Hey all, this is Jenna and welcome to our mini album planning day. It's not so much a planning day as it is a planning half hour because that's how quick this is going to be. We're going to set up a mini album in the Project Life app and you can use it for an October daily album, a gratitude journal in November, or a December daily style album. Ali Edwards really pioneered the December daily idea, but it can be used for so much more. And I thought about doing a planning day video for this at our recent digital scrapbook day Zoom crop. And then as I was chatting with Teresa, Megan, and Ashley about when to do it, Teresa suggested, doing it as soon as possible because if you are like her, she's doing an October daily album. So again, this could be used for anything. It would also be fun to do a birthday through the years album or a Christmas through the years album. Michelle mentioned at our Zoom crop that she's also doing a Halloween through the years type of an album. And if you want to do something like that and keep it super simple, this is the way to go. I know I get overwhelmed at the thought of doing something daily, especially during the holidays, but this is going to be such a breeze. I've been able to do 2 of these and finish it using layouts like this in the app. It was super simple. And here you can see, I'll scroll to the bottom of this and you can see that I did finish this. I posted it in the group, so I'll be sure to link up some resources in the comments of this video. But you can see here I finished and it was super, super easy. So let's open the Project Life app and get started. Okay, so let's open the app and create a collage page. I'm going to tap up here in the upper left to change the layouts and scroll through some of the options until I get to the 6x8B option. It looks like this, and it is part of Extra Layouts pack number 4. It is a pack of 10 collage templates for $4.99. It has 4 6x8s and 6 12x12s, I believe. And I am going to use this for every single page of this album, and it is going to be so easy. If you do not want to buy this Extra Layouts pack, you, of course, feel free to use whatever you want, or there's a very similar looking small print in that section of the app. But just keep in mind that small prints do not have the border around the edge or between the pockets. And if you start in the small prints section, you can't switch to one of these collages or an editorial. Go ahead and start your page wherever you want it and know that it has to stay that style of page. You can't switch between the 3 types of templates. Okay, so we are going to add a card from the RAD kit. So I'm just going to search for RAD and open up the Project 52 RAD edition and add this card that says 1. If you do not want to buy this kit, which again, it's worth it, you're going to get your money out of it, you could just add a solid colored card to the pocket and journal with the native options and then use freeform text to add your title, which is the number. So day 1, day 2, first birthday, second birthday, first Halloween, second Halloween, whatever. You see what I'm saying? You can do this easily with any solid card and freeform text. Just use the native option for journaling the bulk of your text. Okay, so let's journal with the native journaling function on this title card. And title cards typically have the title, dead center in that journaling space, but I want to make a lot of adjustments. You can see that cursor flashing in the middle. That's not going to work for what I want to do. I am going to paste in some journaling and make a lot of adjustments over here. I'm going to turn it to white. I'm going to change the font to Poppins. I want to adjust the size. I think I'm going to bump this up to 20 for this particular font. Every font is different. You can't say a 20 will look good in every single font. So you have to eyeball that. I'm going to adjust the line spacing. That's one reason why I pasted in several sentences, is because I wanted to adjust the line spacing a little bit. And so now that I have that where I want it, I'll leave it right at that. I'm going to delete some of this so I don't have to delete so much on every other card because we're going to duplicate this over and over. 30 more times. So I'm going to delete the bulk of this text and really just leave one word in there, and it's fine. Now I'm going to go back and adjust the justification, and I'm going to left justify everything. But I will save the vertical offset for later because that will change depending on the amount of text I add to each day. And eventually I am going to align it to where most of the white space is at the top of the journal card and the journaling lines up with the very bottom. If you go back to the beginning of this video, you'll see how I bumped it all the way down as far as it could go. Okay, so now that that is done, let's add it to a folder. And to do that, we are going to tap on the export arrow in the bottom right, tap add to folder, tap add to new folder, and name it. I'm just going to call this 6x8 mini album, and then tap create folder. Now we can close this out and go to our folders view, and there it is. I'm going to tap to open it, and this is where I want to duplicate this page, and I'm going to use this page each time as I duplicate. So I'm not going to duplicate the duplicates. I'm going to duplicate this page every time. So I'm just going to tap here, duplicate page, tap on the duplicated page, and edit the page to switch out the card. Very easy once you get into the routine of it, but it is a little tedious to think about each time. So we're going to come down here and update the name of the page. We are going to leave that first one unnamed, so we have less to delete here each time we rename a page. Tap apply, close it out. You saw that it was named copy when I duplicated this. So if I duplicate this, the next one will be called copy copy. And I'll have to duplicate that. And then it's copy, 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 copy up to 30 times. And you don't you don't want to be deleting all that every time. So we're going to duplicate this one each time and then rename this one at the very end. I hope that's making sense. Okay, I zoomed in there for a second. Sorry about that. So we're going to tap here again, duplicate the page, tap on the duplicated page and edit it to switch out the card. And now we're up to 3. I'm going to close this out, rename it, delete that, and type in 03, apply, and close. Go back to the first page, tap on it, tap duplicate page, tap on the duplicated page, edit the page, switch out the card. 4, and tap to go back to this screen and edit the page information, delete that, type in the name. All right, you get the idea, right? Tap on this first page that we left unnamed, duplicate it, tap on the duplicated page, edit the page, tap here, switch out the card. What are we up to, 5? Oh, sorry about that. Up to 5 maybe. Tap here to rename it. Delete 05. Okay, you get the idea. Now, you can do a couple of different things here. You can pause this video and go finish all the pages that you want to put in this project, whether you're going up to 31 full pages or a Sweet 16 album, whatever you're doing. You can go ahead and do that now, or you can come back to it when the video is over. But after you make all your pages, be sure to come back in here and rename this 01. I keep page names very, very simple. So if you want to make it a little more complicated, you name them however works for you. That's just what I do. Okay, so there's more we can do. We're off to a good start, but there's more, and we will do that next. Okay, so the more I was referring to is simply a cover photo and a backup marker, because we want to back up as we go, just like any other project. We don't want to wait till the end of it to save all of our pages. So I am going to tap this plus sign right there at the top of the page and add a small print to this folder. And this is the backup marker we made at the beginning of the year in the big planning day we had in January. And it's just a 4x6 small print with a white card from the free neutrals kit and a little bit of journaling. And I am sorting this folder by folder order, which allows me to drag and drop my pages around. So I'm going to press and hold on this and move it to the top of the album. And as I add my photos and cards to each page, I can then drag this over the next day, drag it over, make sure I'm staying on top of saving all these pages. Trying to move it back. There we go. Make sure I'm staying on top of saving all these pages as I go. Okay, and then the next part, we want to add a cover photo to this. So you can do one of two things. I'm just going to duplicate this, or you could add a new 6x8. And what I'm going to do is simply tap that, duplicate it, open it up, and switch to a 6x8 full photo. Do not leave it as a 4x6. Remember, that's just a 4x6, so I can add a card. But I want a 6x8 to match this album. So now I'm just going to throw this out and add a photo. So you can see here on 6x8 pockets, iOS users do not have a card picker. It doesn't even exist. We cannot add cards to large pockets. So I have to do the 4x6 for the backup marker, switch it to the 6x8 and add my photo for my cover. And you could put anything in here as a placeholder. You could just rename it and say cover photo and leave the text on there. But I just downloaded this pretty photo from Unsplash and thought I would use it. There we go. And let's rename it, actually. We need to do that too, don't we? So I'm just going to call it, you could call it 00, or you could call it cover, whatever you want. And leave it at that. Okay, so we have those two things added. We have all of our pages made and renamed and the correct card for each day. And we are set up very nicely. I have printed soft cover 6x8s from Persnickety Prints, and I absolutely love them. So in the next part of this video, I'm going to show you some of those pages. These are from my December Daily 2016 album, and you can see I used some different collages for each page that year. This was fun to work on. This was the first time I did a December Daily style album, and it was a lot of fun. Did this during my daughter's senior year. And then the next year, I started to do a gratitude journal during November, and it kind of morphed into a bunch of different things. So it's just a mixed bag. And then I decided to embellish some of the pages with another app. So look, it took me 2 years to actually finish it. 17 and 18 cover this little album. And it just took me that long because some of the prompts I had to think about for a while. Since I decided to do more than just a gratitude type journal, it turned into random stuff. So this was favorite season. That was the prompt for day 9. And I used the same card in the middle and the same card here. And for the most part, I put the same filler card in each pocket there, which I did again recently in my Disney or Hawaii album. I can't remember. So I do that trick a lot because it just, minimizes the decisions. And then this prompt was a favorite recent memory, and we had just had big milestone birthdays, so I did that. And for some reason, I also turned the photos in this album to black and white. Don't ask me why. I don't remember why now. Maybe a bunch of them were bad, and I just needed to do it for editing. Bad idea to do that for water, but it is what it is. And, I do things pretty simply across the board. So my wardrobe's pretty simple also. Pair of jeans, some red shoes, and a basic shirt. Anyway, the prompts were just random. I can't remember where I got them from. I'll try to find out, but I'm really not sure. Maybe we should do this in November. I think we will. Okay. If you pay attention to these prompts, you can get a head start. But again, I used the same card here in the middle, repeated the filler card, and then I believe I moved the journal card down to the bottom to the outside pocket. So this would have been the right side of the double page layout. And then this is from my 2019 December Daily album that I made during my son's senior year. And so this is what we set up today. It's super simple, right? And again, I aligned the journaling at the bottom and left the open space at the top. This was the year we were on the hunt for the perfect little Christmas market village. And I'll just let you read this if you want to. It's a funny story. Be sure to put real life into these albums. If you burn the cookies or whatever. I mean, these are trivial things, that kind of stuff. But, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So be sure to just represent your life as it is. I think that's super important. Okay, another one. I wanted to grab this, and I caught this photo just in time because it was just a quick little hug. And I grabbed my phone and took the picture. It's crooked. I don't even care. I had to get it. Our anniversary is in December, so of course I had to document that. And another sweet little moment between Matt and I, just watching TV one night talking. And then, of course, throw in a good selfie somewhere. And I just put it in sideways because I didn't want to change layouts. I didn't want to think of anything different to do. So just put it in sideways. Who cares? No one's going to care. It's easy peasy. Keep it simple. All right, let's see. Another page. And then, of course, you gotta do New Year's Eve, right? So enough of that. Now it's your turn. So take this idea, run with it. I hope this was easy enough that you feel a little more confident to tackle a daily style album this holiday season. Super easy. I'll probably replace this picture with I will replace this picture with one of my own through the month before I print. And like I said, I have printed some of these softcover 6x8s from Persnickety Prints, and I will link up some resources in the comments. So as you tackle this, be sure to share your pages. We love, love, love to see pages from you guys. It's one of my favorite things. I get so many good ideas from this group. It is the only reason I'm still on Facebook. So thanks for being such a happy spot on the interwebs, and be sure to share your pages. Have fun with it, and we will talk to you later. Bye.